Have you ever wanted to skip timelines? Well, did you know the CIA actually can and has studied this? And it's a phenomenon, or should I say something called the looking glass. Now, I know I haven't been online for a while, and that's because I got called out to work and did night shift, so I am exhausted, but I'm back at my parents' house because I had to come and drop off the pets here. And they're loving it because it's Vancouver and it's warm. And they get to go for a lot of, I'm not allowed to say the word because they get excited. But Project Looking Glass, everyone talks about it being a computer quantum system, something that you can kind of type in and look to see what kind of timelines there'll be. However, there's actually three different explanations. One is a sci-fi one, which is the quantum like computer and like this thing. Another one is almost a spiritual one, kind of witchy, and Illuminati use it. And the third one is almost supernatural. Let me show you. So a whistleblower said that Project Looking Glass looks like something as this concoction, and you can ask it a question or, try and look into the future of a timeline and see how it went. Now, I'm not really sure how any of this works, but apparently there's a conductor and things turn, and a person is lowered into the middle to see how a timeline progresses depending on the events that happen right now. Then the sci-fi explanation is that Project Looking Glass uses a combination of quantum data collection, quantum computer modeling, artificial intelligence, and advanced visualization techniques to create a virtual model of the future, which apparently allows them to see how a timeline played out depending on an event or something that occurred right now in the present. Now, the weirdest explanation I found was apparently an Illuminati whistleblower. So this girl was bred into the Illuminati, and she said that they would choose 3 kids who were very powerful in visualization. They would do a ceremony where they would take these 3 kids, put them in a kind of a triangle, and get them to meditate. One child could predict what would happen step by step in the future. The second child would just see the results of something. And the first child was kind of the conductor to see if they could figure out whether a certain event could trigger a timeline change. And so the story goes, or the whistleblower, according to her, she basically says that they will play out different timelines or different events that could happen, like worldwide events, such as COVID-19 or, 9/11, something that affects the entire world. And then to have people change their minds, because apparently the pineal gland in our heads act as Project Looking Glass individually. And so if they can control our thoughts and they can control our mind and our feelings, then they can control the outcome of the future. But let me just show you that. See up here, it says, and so each of us thought had like our gift to be able to see into the spirit world was slightly different. And she goes on to say that each child could see either step by step or to see what the end was, and he would see what steps led to that end point. So what I find fascinating is that basically the government knows that we can skip timelines. And in 2012, when the Mayan calendar said that the world would end, they predicted that 80% chance that the correct timeline, the good timeline, meaning the world didn't end, would happen, and only 20% chance that the world did end according to the Mayan calendar, because apparently the Mayans used to use this technology or these Illuminati secret techniques to look into the future and be able to predict what would happen and in which timeline. But I want to know what you guys think.